This exhibition has works from almost 30 years. And this exhibition travels to 5 different destinations in Asia. When I make an exhibition like this, there is the individual works, but there is also the story or the narrative of all the works, how they work together. There is a sort of a story, a journey, I can say. And the title of the show is also Your Curious Journey. And maybe this is your journey through the show or the journey through the stories. But there are other criteria as well when I make a show like this. There are practical criteria. It has to be able to travel without too many consequences for the environment. So I choose work that is not very heavy because it will have too much carbon and too bad for the environment. Because we have become much more sort of sophisticated with our ambitions on the environment. And so I also try to design the exhibition so that in every possible way it is less, so say, damaging for the climate. When I started making art 30 or 40 years ago, when I was a child, I was always interested in nature, and in particular in the experience of nature. I was very interested in the ephemeral quality of nature. Nature, because sometimes it can let us see what is invisible. It can make the invisible visible. I think all the works in this exhibition, they speak to us on different levels. You know, some works, they maybe address more our memories, some are more about our expectations for the future. Behind me is a work with photos of glaciers in Iceland. This beauty, this kind of significance always touched me. It was always very special. The first time I did them 25 years ago, it was because I thought they were beautiful. Some of which I did what is now 25 years ago, and then the same photos, approximately the same, that I did 5 years ago. So there's 20 years between. And I didn't really notice anything particular, but it was some people I know who lives there who said to me, they are much smaller now. Of course I know they are getting smaller because I heard about it. But then I went into the same plane and I did the same photos one more time. I was so shocked. Sometimes I thought I was with the wrong glacier, because I had the old photo and I was trying to put the plane in the same position. And I could not believe, because I thought they have changed a little bit. They haven't changed a little bit, they changed a lot. So this was, in a way, a work of art which was about the past, the experience of the present, and about the future. When I make my artworks, I often think of situations like this, because we humans, we are very capable of imagining the future. We don't do it very often because it's quite abstract. We like things that are not so abstract. So in my art, I'm trying to say, imagine yourself in the future. That's an interesting idea. And when I work, for me, a museum is a space where we can have these thoughts. This is a space for difficult, for challenging, or for thinking about things we don't think about so often, or talking about things we don't talk about so often. So for me, there is something really fundamental in the quality of space when it is able to host. The potential of culture is enormously important for society. So when I believe in the role of cultural institutions, and this is where museums are, or exhibitions,